ladies and gentlemen. I'm back at it again. Welcome back to Everything at Random, where we talk about life, love, whatever random stuff that pops into my fucking head. And your host is back. And yeah, the setup is a little bit different, and I'm in a whole different place. You know what I mean? We are not in Jersey. We are not in New York. We are nowhere close to home. This episode is about embracing change, the crazy bonds of brotherhood that I recently found, and some of the betrayal that I also ran into. So, buckle up. This one's going to be a doozy. You know what I mean? So, I decided to make this big move from New Jersey to Texas to start a new career as a correctional officer. And yeah, you heard that right. I packed up my entire life into a truck and hit the road. Let me tell you, it was about as easy as like telling one of those fucking like I don't even fucking know how easy it was. Not easy. I don't even know what the fuck to say. It was not easy at all. So my last day at home was a real tearjerker. Um, Leaving behind the people I love, my brother the most. You know what I mean? Like, of course, my family was there, leaving my mom's and everybody, and having dinner with my friends and stuff like that. That was important. But my brother, basically been my rock through all the highs, the lows, and what the hell was I thinking moments. And then there was my niece, you know what I mean? My my goddaughter, who started calling me Uncle Jay. And something that was completely fucking new to me. You know what I mean? Like being an uncle is different. Like and being around a kid like all the time and watching them grow up was different. Like hearing her little footsteps, seeing her grow up right before my eyes. Yeah, that one stung. You know what I mean? Made me wish I had kids of my own. Made me miss a lot of things, you know. But it was like ripping a band-aid off, especially except the band-aid was like on my fucking heart. And it's one of those fucking hard ones that you're like, it has hair on it, and you're like, fuck, that hurts. But yeah, like that day, I literally packed up everything to the truck. I was laying on the floor of my apartment. If you ever watch Martin, I literally walked away and said peace out to my old life. You know what I mean? Like when he walked out of his place. And it was hard. I never seen my brother like tear up. I never seen myself feel like the way I was feeling. Like I always told myself, I was like, I'd rather do hard times over here with the people I love than do hard times by myself. You know what I mean? And not saying I'm completely by myself over here. Like it was a crazy ride. Like that journey, taking a truck and packing up my car on top of that and driving out was completely insane. Mind delights because this is not my place. So it's not going to be the best lighting, the best quality. Um, it's hard. Um, let's say this was not like the solo trip to Europe. That was a walk in the park compared to this. This was me stepping out of my own, taking whatever the world decided to throw at me and leaving behind everything familiar and safe. Every day I think about what I left behind, and every day I wish I could go back. The mental gymnastics I required to keep my sanity intact is Olympic level, my friends. Fucking Olympic level. Because to leave behind everything everything you grew up loving, and to travel by yourself. Like I said, the Euro trip was like, all right, cool. But this was like making a decision knowing that I'm not going to have the backing of the people I love the most. And that was the hardest part. And I must say, like, to everybody out there, like, sometimes you have to take that leap. You know what I mean? to do these things to challenge yourself, to push yourself. You never know how great you are until you're in the midst of the shit. You know what I mean? Now, like I talked about, I said betrayal. Let's talk about the family member that I stayed with in Texas. Oh boy. Where do I start? Imagine someone selling you a dream of success and glory, and you realize that you've bought a one-way ticket to to dysfunctional junction. You know what I mean? Like, she has marital issues, she has disrespectful kids. You name it, it was there. The kids were about as pleasant as a fucking root canal. You know what I mean? Despite my best efforts to help, I was trying to bail out the Titanic with a fucking teaspoon. You know what I mean? Um, like, I moved my stuff in there, and it wasn't easy, like packing up all your shit and then bringing it over. And this family member told me like everything's gonna be great and I got your back and everything like that. But every day I thanked them. Every day I was telling them like, you know what I mean, I'm trying my best. I'm working hard. I'm doing whatever I have to do, signing up wherever I had to sign up to take on this new career path that I'm going on. And while dealing with that, like her kids are over here like writing on my shit and bothering me, and I see the disrespect in the house, and it was. And you know, like if you've gone to other people's houses, you always notice one thing, like your level of cleanliness is not their level of cleanliness. But this right here took a whole nother fucking level. And yeah, it sounds like I'm being a dick, but to be honest, fuck you. Fuck you in the most hurtful fucking way. Because you took this experience and try to tarnish it to the max. Like you ruined it horribly. And I realize now that other people have come across your path. I thought everything was going to be different, but your friends and other family members had the same exact thing. So I don't think they're the issue. You're the fucking issue. So if you do listen to this or you do watch this, fuck you. Thank you, but fuck you at the same time. And I did hear, my friends did hear what you said while we was moving our shit. And to call me out my name like that when I didn't do anything to you other than try to like correct some fucking issues here and there and maybe like let a child know not to disrespect you or disrespect your elders. I don't fucking know. I didn't put my hands on anybody, do anything like that. I just let it be known like the disrespect is fucking disgusting. Anywhere else you would have got slapped in the mouth or you would have got everything taken away. But whatever. You know what I mean? Like I went through what I went through and like I'm in another family member's house, but like I'm gonna be honest, still don't feel like home. Like I'm working every day, I'm doing everything I have to do, and I still feel like homesick and shit like that. And I don't know if this is the place for me to be honest. And sometimes I tell myself like this is not my place. Like maybe I had to do these things to really appreciate what I have back at home. And I really needed to come out on my own and say I did it because a lot of people see opportunities and don't even take it. And this time I took the opportunity, I ran with it, even though it wasn't the best, you know what I mean? But then there was salvation. It came from the academy I went to. I met some amazing people who quickly became more than friends. They became my brothers. These guys taught me how to shoot, fish, and be a better officer. Shout out to my boy Bounty for showing me how to fish and be a cowboy and teach me how to shoot and do all these things. Like it was fucking great. You know what I mean? Um, I really appreciate the camaraderie that you gain in the academy, the people that you meet, and some of the shit you see is like, ugh, like you're dealing with in these prisons, but like As long as you got your brothers or your sisters in arms, you know what I mean? I think that's what really matters. My other boy, Bastel, you know what I mean? Like, fucking chill ass young kid, bro. And made me feel young again because I'm not that young, you know what I mean? Like, but made me feel young again and listen to my pod and like to let me know that like he felt the same way that I feel and go through the same things I go through at such a young age and being willing to open up and talk about it. I'm definitely gonna have him on here. But you know what I mean? Like he's an amazing person. And then this guy Luna, older gentleman than me, a vet, great dude. Like right away showed me friendship beyond no other. And I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't think we were gonna be that cool. Shit. I sat in one of like his family members, his friends, but he calls them family, house, and I saw nothing but Trump paraphernalia. You know what I mean? It was all Trump stuff. And I'm not political at all. Fucking voted for Kanye. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But what what everybody says and how they portray these people, it's not like that. These are some of the greatest people I've met so far. These are some of the nicest people I met so far. You know what I mean? But he introduced me to these people and they're playing pool, they're having barbecues. Yeah, they drink more than I normally would, but like fuck it, they're great fucking people. Like the most caring, like when they give you a hug, you fucking feel it, man. You fucking feel it. I'm going to karaoke with them. I'm doing things that I would have done at home, but not with the same people. You know what I mean? Like it's just different. And they're great. And then there's this dude, Cooper, yeah, another vet. A little weird to me. I don't know if we're cool or we're not cool. It's just a very awkward thing. But it seems that like if I need help with something, he'll be there. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. I appreciate that he's a fucking weirdo and you always need one of those crazy fucking weirdos. And maybe he goes a little bit too far and I'm trying not to lose my cool out here with him, but like fuck it. He's still a brother. You know what I mean? So I have my 5-man team right there. And like the support, the lifeline that reminds me that family isn't always about blood. Sometimes it's about the people you choose to stand by you and they choose to stand by you, you know? But the academy was different. Like I was expecting something harder and it wasn't. Getting pepper sprayed, getting gassed, and the motherfucker who got gassed with me, me and my boy Bastel had to lock arms with him because when you get gassed, you lock arms to stay in there and you have to stay in it for a while. This motherfucker we locked in and he ran off before, but like he was locked in with us and that gas was on our face a little bit longer than we wanted to just because he ran off. And man, that shit hurt. But if you ask my guys, I was smiling and laughing through all this stuff because like lately through pain, I'm gonna smile through it. Through all this bullshit, I'm gonna smile fucking through it, you know? And that's just how I see it, you know? But this whole ordeal taught me a lot about trust and resilience. It's essential to stay focused on the family members you choose, not just the ones that you're stuck with by marriage or blood. Living with that toxic family member was tough, but it made me appreciate the genuine connections that I made even more. I've learned to live in the moment and not overthink things and just roll with the punches. Because if you remember, I was dealing with anxiety, overthinking, depression, and it wasn't easy. Like every day was a mental struggle. And I think I'm back in this place where it's not that I don't care. It's like borderline, like I don't let things bother me as much anymore. You know what I mean? Like I realized like as long as I got good friends around me, good people around me, I think that's what fucking matters. Like why worry about tomorrow? You know, as long as I know I have people who have my back. You know what I mean? I think that's all that matters. If I've run into an issue or if there's a real fucking problem, they have my fucking back. Fuck all the bullshit, all the shit talking that people have. Find the people that matter to you and connect with that. Stick with that because it's easy to get lost in that turmoil. It's easy to get lost in the bullshit of life. Not to say that I don't continue doing the things I need to do, like the therapy, the working out, the this. I think this was one of the things I was missing out on, but like going out and connecting with people, not staying locked up in the house and staying to myself. You know what I mean? Like these are certain things that I was doing back at home, but now like I'm in this place where I'm good. Like, yeah, I have my moments of feeling sad, but doesn't everybody? You know what I mean? Like it's the things I do when I do feel that way. And when you feel that way, do you just wallow in it or do you get up and say, you know what, I'm not gonna go down this fucking rabbit hole. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna fucking go and do this. I'm gonna go and do that. I'm not gonna shut out the people who care for me, who want to be there for me. I'm not gonna shut out the shit of not going to work or not doing what I have to do. So once again, like shout out to my new brothers and supporters. Thank you for being there, for teaching me and helping me move out of a bad situation. Your support means the world to me. And to my family members who believe in me and support my journey, thank you too. Your encouragement kept me going. My mother, and as you know, my father is not like he's not the best, you know what I mean? Like he's going through, dementia and he's not verbal as much, but like, yeah. Last time I told you guys, he said I love you. And when right before I went to graduation, I think that was one of the hardest things that I told him I'm about to graduate, I'm about to do all these things, and he asked, can he be there? And knowing that he can't, it hurt because I know he's proud. I know I made him proud. I know I'm making my family back at home proud by, you know, going through this journey and doing these things. You know what I mean? Like it's been a tough one. Like just going through this and being out here has not been easy. You know what I mean? Every day that I miss home, let it be the food, let it be my friends, my family members, let it be everything that I know that I love back at home, and you know how much I care for certain things back at home. And I fight for it every day. I fight for the my loved ones every day. Um, I'm still out here doing my thing and pushing through what I need to push through to get through this time. And not saying it's bad, it's just it's not easy. To those who go on this journey of finding themselves, don't stop. And if this is what it takes for you to find yourself, if this is what it takes for you to realize like what you have or what you had is great, then do it. Or this is the new life that I chose, or the new life that you choose out there, or anywhere that you go on the journey that you're on, I applaud you. And I tell you, push through it. Matter what decision you make, you have to remember you stepped out of your norm. I stepped out of my norm. You know what I mean? Like, you have to push through these things. I'm sorry, these lights are bothering the fuck out of me, but you have to push through these things to realize how good it is. how good you got it. You know, just know that the journey is not going to be easy. It's always going to be hard, and you're going to run into some bumps. You're going to run into, for me, it was the finding new friends and connecting with people, trying to connect with women out here, going on dates and stuff like that, which we can talk about. But like honestly, I think I'm more focused on loving myself than loving somebody else out here. You know what I mean? Like I've been more focused on that more than anything else. Shit, like that family member that I didn't get along with. Like she was like, "Oh, what you doing? Are you going out or something like that?" I was like, "I'm gonna hang out with my boys." Honestly, she's like, "Oh, that sounds gay." That's not gay. I'm sorry that I'm not out here fucking my way through whatever I'm feeling. I'm actually going out here and figuring out life and doing the right thing. Maybe if you stood on the path that you need to, you would figure out the shit that you need to and be on the path that you need to be on and have a better situation that you're dealing with. But fuck that. They don't deserve any more fucking airtime. You know what I mean? Um, this is where I'm at. Like, this is who I am. I'm a person who pushes my mental, my physical boundaries and see how far I can go. And I think I'm doing great. So, life can throw some pretty crazy challenges our way, but it's the people we surround ourselves with that make all the difference. Focus on the positive aspects of your journey and appreciate the chosen family who support you. And remember that it's perfectly okay to cut out toxic relationships. It's perfectly okay to just cut ties from people who don't uplift you. And sometimes you have to be in it to realize that's how toxic it is. You know what I mean? And sometimes you have to step away and realize how much you appreciate, let it be home, let it be people, let it be anything. Sometimes you have to step away from these things to realize how important it is because when you're in it, you don't realize it. And when you step away from it, you're like, the bigger picture is like, wow, I was wrong. I wasn't doing right. I wasn't perfect in this. I wasn't perfect in that. And for anybody that tells you it's too late, it's never too late. You can always fix those friendships, those relationships, those certain things that you feel as though like you fucked up on. I'm working on those things every day. So, yeah, I mean, like that being said, I'm not gonna ramble any bit more. Like you got the gist of everything. Like traveling, dealing with some bullshit, finding brothers, like all these things happen, but yet I'm still staying positive. My mental stability is there. Like I'm good. That means you can be good no matter where you're at, no matter what life throws at you. You're talking to a kid who came from sometimes nothing. I've been rich, I've been poor, I've been rich, I've been poor so many different fucking times. You have no idea. Look at me. Like I went from a 3-bedroom beautiful apartment to like living in a little room. Went from one place to another place and still trying to figure out what my next step is. You know what I mean? Like not everything's going to be perfect. You're going to have to go through some shit. But doesn't that make your story a lot better? For me, like I think when I have kids, not if, when I have kids, I'm going to have the only story for them. And I'm going to show them how hard life can be, because when you show them how life can be or how hard it is, I'm gonna allow them to fall. I'm gonna allow them to scrape their knee, because you learn to appreciate things a lot more. I know that I went left field with that one, but yeah, I think about those things. Like, I think I need to go through these things. I need to see how bad it is. I need to be broke. I need to have it all and then lose it all at the same time. You know what I mean? Like that that scopes you, that makes you a better person, that shows you to appreciate things differently. And for some, it doesn't. Maybe you're a piece of shit no matter what. Like, I don't fucking know. But man, I appreciate life so much more. And I appreciate the experiences I had with people so much more. And even now, every time that I get to experience something new, I'm doing it with an open heart and open eyes and open arms, you know? So, with that being said, like, thanks for tuning in to Everything at Random. Thanks for waiting around. Thanks for subscribing, you know? So subscribe, like, dislike, review, share with your friends. And if you don't, you can suck a dick from the back. But at the end of the day, like, you're here listening to me. Are you out there doing what I'm doing? Are you pushing the limits? Or are you staying in that fucking box of yours, that safety place of yours? Oh, fuck. I don't like it like that. Close up. Are you staying in that safety box of yours and doing nothing? Get out of it. Get out of this fucking thing of thinking life is going to be just normal. Get out of this box of living in the safety net of yours. Take that net off. Walk that tight line. And if you fall, fuck it. Because you know you're going to get back up. Because this tight line is not that high up. If you got a great support system, you got great people there. So that sounded fucking weird, but fuck it. So with that being said, it's a fucking done deal. Later.